All right, I'll crank it up here. Good 2 days now, and we'll have another one tomorrow. You can tell out there more of a young developmental emphasis with our guys, less reps than what we've been getting, but still some really good quality work. Was just telling the team that anytime you can get 40 minutes of individual with Coach Rochar and Coach Devan with the offensive line, it's usually a good thing. That's where the technicians come out, and they like to have a little bit of fun. So that's good to see, and it's good to see the guys that turned up. It tells us a little bit of something that they're committed and they want to get better. So with that, I'll go ahead and open it up.
What does it tell you about Caleb that he's here and leading those guys out there?
Yeah, I think he's committed to learning the offense. We're not where we need to be yet as a team, and he understands that. And any chance he gets to get a few more full speed reps, it sounds like he wants them.
What kind of momentum do you think you've created here throughout the spring for the big picture team purposes?
Yeah, I think really I alluded to it last week. There were a lot of objectives we had for the offseason program, and specifically phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and we met that criteria. I think when these guys walk away, they understand what the expectation level is. I hope that they also understand our coaching staff a little bit better as well. We haven't fully come together as a unit, a full team yet, just offense, defense, special teams, but I think we've made some headway there, just getting to know each other, because really training camp's going to be a lot about building trust. And I think we got a head start there. But when we come back, it'll be the fundamentals, techniques. They'll know what that's about, how we want to practice, what's allowed, what's not allowed. I think really they're going to take that and run with it. Our vets will. And then we'll really just be able to focus on getting good at football plays from there on out in situations. And so I'm pleased with the progress we've made over the last few weeks. Alluded to it last week. We got a lot of work still to come, but we're right on track.
What will you do during the break personally to both get away and then also to lock back in and set up the runway?
So that is a personal question. There's plenty of things here going on. I'm still tying down the loose ends of training camp and getting that schedule finalized. Had a good meeting with the coordinators here this morning on that. So that's really project number one there. And yeah, my family's coming in this weekend, so that's a step in the right direction. 4 months without them being here full time takes its toll. And then yeah, being in and out of the office, I've always, whether it was as a position coach or coordinator, I viewed the summer as a great opportunity to get ahead a little bit. I think you can get some creative juices flowing as you start studying some of the tapes from around the league and some other places, maybe college ball. So I've had a process that I'm committed to, and so I'll be in and out of the office a good bit, and then at the same time probably get away for a minute as well.
Do you guys expect Loveland to be good to go for the start of training camp?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I haven't even looked that far ahead. We will get that before we officially break for summer, just the expectation for camp and who's going to be full go day one and who we're still limited and working in. So I don't have that answer for you at this moment.
What does Colston know now about being an NFL player that maybe he didn't know when you drafted? I hope he knows.
I think that's a good question for him. I would say I think what I can gather from the walkthroughs, from the meetings, is he's very professional. He takes everything seriously. I think he's going to fit in really well once we start getting him to go full speed. I know Coach Dre's said to me numerous times how impressed he is for the types of questions he's asking at his young age.
Ben, how would you describe the progress that you personally made in terms of getting to know Caleb's strengths, getting to know Caleb as a player, as you work to build the offense around him?
Yeah, we've loaded him up. We've tried a number of different things. Long play calls, multiple plays at the line. We've dabbled here, tempo. We've dabbled here, there, and everywhere really throughout the springtime. And some comes a little bit more natural than others for him. But I do think we've seen him get better in really all facets. And so we'll have to sit down as a staff before we leave and when we come back just to make sure we're honed in on what direction we want to go all together. But I feel pretty confident the things that he's put on tape that we can go ahead and get after a little bit.
Is anything specifically stood out or like, whoa, that really impresses me with Caleb?
There's always a throw or two every single day. The movement stuff outside of the pocket, it's what we thought coming into town here was the ability to create. And I don't, sometimes you get wrapped up when you're in the multiple play call game, being in a perfect play all the time for the perfect coverage, that look of the defense, and really with him, it doesn't matter so much what the play call is. If it's the perfect play versus the first, then it's great, it's there. And if it's not, then he's able to find a way to make it work. And so I think there's a little bit of that's going on right now and figuring that out. But he's done a great job so far digesting. He's working hard, and there's still some hiccups out there when you're watching it, some turnovers or needs to play one more time, and that's part of the growing process.
You sort of look at it like if he can play on time, then he'll take off.
I think he's going to play on time when the receivers present themselves that way. And if they're not there, if number one or number two's not there, I think he's got the ability to make it right for us.
And we saw you guys doing some goal line or near the goal line stuff today. What are teaching points for any quarterback, but Caleb, when everything's condensed like that?
Yeah, it's tighter windows throughout, and so we emphasize different types of throws: front pylon, back pylon, front line, high back five on the back line throws, and so there's some of those that you're working in a team setting or a 7-on-7 setting, and you're just trying to find an open receiver and fit it in. But then when you're in routes versus air, you can really hone in on the detail of where you want to put that ball and the placement of that ball. So we've had, I want to say, that was our third or fourth red zone experience here over the last few weeks, and so that's always the one I think takes the longest as an offense to get really good at the red zone passing game.
We haven't seen a lot of Burden since the last day of rookie minicamp. Do you think he'll be ready? Not to ask another training camp question. And what does he miss in being unable to be out?
Yeah, no, he misses a lot. I mean, anytime you're not out there, if you're in the training room when the rest of the guys are practicing, you're losing valuable time with your coaches, valuable reps with your teammates, the ability to build the trust that we're talking about. It's not just the coaching staff having trust in you doing the right thing over and over, but it's also your teammates. They got to be out there. They got to see you do it. They got to know that the guy right left of them, that they're going to do the right things and they're going to make the plays when called upon. So, I think it's for everybody, and it's a shame that he got dinged up and missed all that time, because for a young player, it's really where you get the most reps and you can get better in a hurry that way. So that's really for every player on this team.
I hate to repeat myself, but do you anticipate he'll be good for training camp?
He will, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.